Hey,
Hey,
I'm Spenser.
and I'm Britton.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 296 albums in his Pike series, and we are destined to listen to them all.
3 at a friggin' time.
This is Gettin Head. A bucket.
I fucked up. So.
You did. This is Gettin Head. A bucket.
Wow, we're just... Hey, welcome, head-getters, friends, slunks, slogs, fog hat, frogs, dogs.
Frog fractions.
Bill Cosby, I know he's listening.
Hey, he is listening. I mean, he's out of prison.
Free now.
He's free. So the first thing he did, he was like, give me that Bucketcast.
Getting hit, I like that. It's hard when they're asleep, but I like it. Hey.
Rape.
No. This is episode 64 of Getting Head of Bucketcast.
Oh, no.
What do you got for 64?
I can do math wrong again. I don't know.
Brotendo 64.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah.
I mean, it's the square root of it is 8.
Nintendo 69.
Save that for 5 episodes from now. Not nice, Spencer.
All right.
Nice.
All right, fine. Assuming I'm going to be alive to do 5 more episodes of this podcast,
That's
which
true.
I have to assume that because this is apparently my life. This is what I do.
I got to leak a bucket joke real quick. Do you think if you 69 with Mrs. Claus, does that put you on the naughty or nice list?
Oh, man.
Nice.
Wow. That's hard.
I know. It's a real paradox. That's one of the Sphinx's 3 questions.
Yeah, that's true. Now, wow. That's a lot. Anyways, you broke my brain. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how I do.
You want to hear about something I was thinking about recently?
What's that?
Okay, this is my idea. You know how like, imagine you're introducing yourself to somebody, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you know when somebody says that they like dip their toe in something, like,
Yeah.
to like explore a new thing.
Uh-huh.
What if you were like, I got a big toe and I love to dip it.
So just saying you like to try new things.
Yeah, but like you come up to people and you're like, yo, I'm Brit and I got a big toe and it's made for dipping. And it's like, you're like, I love dipping that, just made that your whole thing. Like you mentioned it a lot.
Who looked like me came up to me and said that, I'd have sex with them. I don't know about you. I'd definitely have sex with them.
Nice. I mean, okay, like we got to ask though, how do you feel about having sex with somebody that looks like you? Because like I find people who look like me incredibly like off-putting in like a uncanny valley kind of thing, kind of way.
I find people who look like you off-putting in a looks like shit kind of way.
Yeah, just in like a regular kind of way.
And smell off-putting as well.
Oh, I see how it is. Yeah. I don't know. Like, how do you feel about that?
I've met a couple like doppelganger-ishes of me, and I don't know. I like how I look.
You sound really like
I'd fuck man.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally got there. You were like trying to be modest for a second, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, it sounds like you would be fine." But like, it was so obvious just looking at you. You're like,
yeah, but also, I'm queer, so I have sex with like male appearing people, so I don't find that off-putting at all.
Sure.
When I see a guy who looks like me, I'm like, that dude's hot.
Well, see, I'm not saying that like that in purely a sexual way, just in like a general way, like. Like, for example, like
if there was a general that looked like me, I don't think I'd fuck him. I don't support
How many stars do you think that general would be?
They'd have pentagrams instead of stars if they looked like me.
That's tight. That's
5
tight.
pentagram general.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That sounds like an awesome crossover album, dude. 5 pentagon general.
Man, yeah, it sounds like a metal album made by like a classic metal band, like much later in their life,
like Venom or something.
Yeah,
Venom's
like
comeback.
Oh
album.
my god, like
or Wasp's comeback album.
Even Iron Maiden. Yeah, totally. No, Wasps would be more sexual and weird.
Oh
yeah, for sure, dude. What have you listened?
69 Star General.
Maybe the name of the episode. We'll see. No, that's pretty good. I know. I'm just like getting way off topic here, but like, have you listened to? Wow, I totally forgot what I was talking about.
Oh well,
Holy
instead
shit.
of getting off topic, let's get hot topic.
Oh yeah. Oh right, I was talking about the dude that. Okay, so I've talked about this before, but like, there's this guy at my work that looks like me.
Yeah,
and he looks a lot like me.
And you said this.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Okay,
it makes me incredibly uncomfortable. And I like have a hard time like even talking to this dude. Like there's this like uncanny valley thing that I'm experiencing.
You just gotta.
It's not that.
Well, you gotta.
It's not that.
Or like assert dominance or submission. So either suck his dick or have him suck your dick, and then you'll know who the alpha Spenser is.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Thanks,
so
Britt.
That's
a way to
your coworker's dick, or seduce him, have him suck yours.
Okay, yeah.
I
mean, there's the only way.
It doesn't have to be
right?
gay. It's a natural order thing.
Yeah, you got to figure out the pecking order, right?
Yeah,
you got to
the pecking. I don't know about pecking. The sucking order.
The sucking order. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
What have you been up to this week, Spenser?
Fucking avoiding the guy that looks like me at work. That's what I've been fucking doing. Like, I've been thinking about toes and no. I've actually just been like watching hella TV. I bought a fancy TV. I talked about that a little bit. It's super fancy. It's super nice. And like HDR is a fucking thing. Like if you have not experienced like real HDR and like a really fancy like OLED display, like it is a wild thing. It makes stuff look so different in a very intriguing way. So I've been watching a lot of TV, which is a thing. Watched a few different shows, started some shows. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's been okay. TV's cool, I guess. Like I go through like phases with it. Like I won't watch TV for a really long time, and then I'll like check back in with it and watch a bunch of stuff. And so I've been doing that. It's been all right. It's been all right though. Some good shows, some not so good shows.
Yeah.
What about you, Britt?
Oh, I've been having a broken foot.
Yeah. Tell me all about your foot. It's so fucked up.
We've already talked about it. I finally got. I think. Did you see the picture I posted on Instagram the other day?
Yeah, that was fucked, dude.
You did.
That was really bad.
So my foot still pretty much looks like that.
What?
It's very swollen.
Why?
It's very swollen because there's like soft tissue damage probably, and maybe some tendon damage in there. Like,
jeez.
I really fucked up my foot. Like I really fucked up.
What shoes were you wearing when you fucked up your foot?
I was actually wearing the ones that I'm wearing today. They're like neoprene, which they're not like super sturdy or anything. But like my foot was basically a fulcrum between two stairs.
Ugh.
Which stairs, they're a little bit harder than my bones, unfortunately.
That's
a lot harder than my bones.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And but I've been going to doctor's appointments. Thankfully, my family came in last Thursday. My brother did. My dad was here for a little while. So that's been really nice. But it's a pain in the ass, man. Pain in the foot.
Pain in the foot. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Huge. Yeah, I mean, I've told you this story, but when I was a kid, so when I was in 6th grade, my mom was a real estate agent, and so she would do like open houses and stuff. And one day she was doing an open house like really close to where we lived. And so like, I don't know, I was bored or whatever. So I like walked over there, rode a bike over there or something, and was like hanging out at this open house, right? And this was like, the design of this house was kind of unusual. And on the top floor of the house, there was like a big room with like big vaulted ceilings. There was like a loft that you could climb up to and like hang out. It was about 10 feet up. And so I like climbed up into that loft, and like there wasn't like a really obvious way to get back down, which so to my like 12-year-old brain or whatever, I was like, well, I don't know, I guess I'll just jump off. So when like in reality I should have just like hung on the ledge and then just dropped down, like it would have been fine. But no, I just jumped off.
Sick.
And landed on the ball of my foot, and I broke the 3 middle bones in my foot. So it's like, you know how your foot's like a hand, right?
Yeah,
you got the 3 bones in the middle. So like right in the middle of the foot, they literally shattered. Like they were like they were shattered.
That's
and so like
second, third, and fourth metatarsal.
Yeah, correct. And so like I had to be in a cast for like several months, and it was a whole thing. It was fucked.
I'm glad I didn't have to get the hard cast.
Yeah, I had the hard cast for a long time.
If they have to do surgery, I'll have to get the hard cast.
So what was crazy is like it was not only a hard cast on the foot area, but it was like the entire leg. So like my entire leg was in a hard cast for months. It was crazy.
Well, yeah, because they want to stabilize the ankle and everything. Yeah. They don't want you to be moving your shit at all.
They don't want you moving your shit. No. So like that was that. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. You know what?
What?
Britt.
What's up?
You know what?
What's that?
You know what you could do for me right now?
What can I do for you?
You could hit me with a bucket fact.
I'd love to hit you with a bucket.
Bucket fact, bucket fact,
bucket fact, bucket fact,
bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact.
Today we're going to talk about Buckethead's interviews, his brief history with interviews.
It's a very brief history.
It's a very brief history. There's not many interviews out there of Buckethead. There are definitely like some profiles and things like that, but they're not interviews. There's a lot of articles about him, but they're not interviews. He is very seldom talked to the media at all for any reason.
Yeah.
Going back, there's some brief stuff about him in late 80s, early 90s in Guitar World magazine when he was first discovered by the guys who put that together, which we did in another Bucket Fact a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, the first time we actually really see him speak anywhere is on a home video from December 1990, in which he talks about his influences and the types of women that he's into. This is the interview in which he says that he won't eat chicken, he won't eat KFC, and that if Colonel Sanders were there, he'd, quote, slice him into small bits and bury him. I love animals, I hate humans. Humans die, animals are good.
Interesting.
Which is where a lot of people like think that he's like very much against KFC and stuff from, which makes sense because, he said it on the record.
Sure.
Later in 1990, we get a brief backstage interview with the Deli Creeps, and Buckethead's there, but he doesn't really say much at all.
Yeah.
Next, we see an interview with former Deli Creeps bassist Saucy Patches. Interviewing Buckethead in a series of 7 VHSs called The Binge Tapes.
Wow, we got to watch the binge tapes.
Yeah, and this was probably sometime in 91 or 92, but the tapes were actually released in 95.
Okay.
Next time we see him, it is in Guitar Player magazine from 1996, which up until this point and for a while is probably Buckethead's most complete interview, especially when it comes to music and his influences, his musical background, and what he thinks about music. And this is also the first time he really kind of explained his origin story. And I had actually never seen this before today somehow. But he says in the interview, quote, I had just seen Halloween 4, he recalls, of A Dark Night in 1989. And as soon as it was over, I went to a store across the street and said, do you have any Michael Myers masks? They had a white mask, which really wasn't a Michael Myers mask, but I liked it a lot. That night I was eating chicken out of a bucket that my dad had brought home. It wasn't a KFC bucket either. It said deli chicken on the outside. I was eating it, and I put the mask on, and then the bucket on my head. I went to the mirror. I just said, Buckethead. That's Buckethead right there.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. After that, I wanted to be that thing all the time. Which I think gives us
the fucking rules, man.
I know, right?
Like it's such a cool sentiment.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna commit to an aesthetic, like that's the way to do it. Mm-hmm. You just see it, and you're like, yep, and then you just fucking do it forever.
Buckethead is undoubtedly the most committed to his aesthetic artist.
Definitely.
I think that I can think of.
Definitely.
Like, I mean, fucking there you got like Daft Punk, Marshmello, like folks like that who are cool and all, but like Buckethead has always lived this alone. And that's a weird thing to have to face alone,
Yeah. It doesn't even like. It's so weird. I was talking about this earlier to somebody. It's so weird that he like doesn't have social media presence.
Yeah,
he's just
super interesting.
He's just Buckethead.
Yeah, the next time we hear from him is in 1999 when he's on tour with Primus for Ozfest. Buckethead gave his first interview with famous Buckethead companion Herbie.
Oh yeah,
MTV. He mostly just expands on his
Fully
backstory with this and explains Herbie and kind of just gives. I mean, it's a mock interview very much in that he obviously isn't giving real answers about his life. He's just building the lore of Buckethead.
Bucket lore.
In 2002, MTV's Kurt Loder talked with Buckethead backstage, but to be more exact, he only talked to Herbie. It's obvious Buckethead just pretty much has fun with this and kind of makes fun of the whole interview process. In 2006, Guitar One did an interview with Buckethead in which, again, he only talks with Herbie. He talks about his influences and kind of gives some weird, obscure answers too, but he's a little withdrawn from this one, but it is a lot more of an actual interview about who he is and what his music is than the previous MTV ones. In 2011, Buckethead gave a mock interview alongside Bootsy Collins in order to promote a new single. At this point, Buckethead is just giving entirely fictional answers and weird ideas and just like singing stuff.
Yeah.
And then the most recent interview he's done is probably his most well-known and out-of-character interview in which he talks to a therapist on the Coming Alive podcast from 2017. Bucket actually is Brian in this interview, and he goes by Brian.
Brian? Okay.
Brian. And he discusses mental health, his heart problem, a whole host of things, his musical influences, just a whole bunch of stuff. And this is a very complete interview. If you want a definitive interview, listen to this one. It's great, and it's very much like a personal interview with Brian Carroll. So if you're interested in the man behind the mask, don't go looking for photos of his face. That's dumb.
It is dumb.
Listen to stuff like this, to
There you
get
go.
a real picture into who he actually is, because his face doesn't fucking matter.
Totally.
Recently, however, Buckethead did a DMCA takedown on the episode of the podcast on YouTube, and it was removed from the podcast feed. It's still available several places on the internet, but it almost seems as though Buckethead doesn't want it available, which is kind of a shame because it's one of the only interviews that's like, a clear picture into his beautiful, beautiful bucket mind.
Bucket facts.
We listened to 3 more Pikes
We
this week.
did. We actually did. We did listen to 3 Pikes.
Oh,
We are on our way down the 31 days of Halloween.
Yeah, Pike 190, Pike 191, and Pike 192. 17 days till Halloween.
179. 1079.
Pike 191.
16 days till Halloween.
Cellar. And Pike 192, 15 days till Halloween. Grotesques.
Yeah. Hell yeah. 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 Let's just get into it. Pike 190, 17 days till Halloween, 1079.
Released on October 15th, 2015, just one day after the previous Pike.
Yes.
So, this is the most ambient album I think Buckethead has ever made.
It's extremely ambient, yes.
Like, if you played this at a store, like, it would just sound like things are just happening at the store.
It wouldn't.
It's not music.
No.
Like, people would be like, could you put some music on? And they're like, no, we're playing Buckethead's 17 Days Till Halloween. And they're like, what the fuck are you playing?
What?
The
fridge is making a weird sound.
Yes, it is. It is broken appliance noise. Core. That's the genre. Is broken appliance. It's like it's guitar, and so there's like notes in there, but it's like guitar and effects, like just doing a bunch of stuff with an incredibly high noise floor. I don't know if he like intentionally put a bunch of like pink and white noise in here, but like. It sounds like it's recorded, like it's
my favorite noise is brown noise.
Yeah, I bet it is. Gives you an excuse to poop your pants.
That's the brown note. That's different.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. That brown noise is a Tools genre.
Yes. Oh yes.
But this album, this was a chore. I'm not gonna lie. This album was a real chore. Some of these albums, I'm trying. I am trying. All right. I'm really trying here. I'm listening to these albums all the way through. No skips, no cap, and I am just like, all right, that's okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question here.
Please.
Let's say to make ends meet, you start performing a like a naked maid type service in which you're cleaning someone's house naked for money. And what would be the worst chore? What chore that you would have to do naked in a stranger's house is this album?
I mean, this is a real dirty chore you don't want to. This is like,
yeah.
God, what is like the worst chore? Maybe like having to pipe snake something?
Like snaking a toilet naked?
Yeah.
It's like splattering on you.
Yeah, this is like snaking. This is snaking a bathtub, and it's just like
you're pulling up tons of hair.
It's all hair. It's
and it's slimy hair.
Oh, it's
and it's like
it's
coming out, and you gotta like
hair that's
like you wind the snake, and you're like shoving it down there. It's splattering all over you.
And I'm like, my hair has been blonde for like years now. How is all of this black? And it's like,
it's truly horrifying.
This chore sucks.
Yeah.
And
then there's some dude just like perving, watching while you're doing that.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I mean, yeah, but
that
like
makes me feel good about myself.
Totally. I mean, like, I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. That's just part of the scenario. You know?
Yeah.
What's the scenario? That's what they were asking about. That incident that we
definitely
we just described. Yeah, okay. That's probably
on.
That. Okay.
Pike 191, 16 Days Till Halloween, Cellar, which I thought we had already listened to one called Cellar, but who cares?
What?
Released on October 16th, 2015, one day after 1079. Yeah,
I got another one for you. What unfortunate knock-on effect of the 9/11 attacks is this album?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the soundtrack to like first responders getting mesothelioma from the asbestos second in the Twin Towers. So interesting story. When I first listened to Pike 190, I was like, oh my God, this has to be the Pike with the least amount of views and comments. But guess what? Pike 191 exists, and it has even less comments and less views.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
No one. This is a bastard child of a Pike right here. This is like
it's not well loved by the community.
It is not popular. It's I mean this one is definitely like a goth in high school. Not popular,
but not goth in aesthetic, unfortunately.
Not a cool goth. No. They were just like they dressed in regular clothes and be like, "Oh, you're not goth. You don't listen to Bauhaus." And I'm like, "Well, you don't need to be goth to listen."
Yeah.
The other way.
Mr. Mime could be a member of Bauhaus. You know,
as you said earlier.
I did say that earlier.
I have contention with. We'll talk about it
but
earlier.
like
we might have to do a special episode on could Mr. Mime be a member of Bauhaus?
Mr. Mime is goth as fuck.
I don't. Okay, we'll get to that later. Anyway, back to Cellar.
Yeah, it felt like I was in the cellar.
Yeah,
while I was listening to this, I was like, man, this cellar.
Speaking of Pokemon, the real Rattata of Pikes. No one wants it. Go away.
Wow, it's a Zubat for sure.
No, or a Magikarp.
Yeah,
definitely a
Splash.
Magikarp. Yeah,
fuck you, Magikarp.
This one manages to undershine the last album, which I don't think is a word. I was thinking like outshine and being bad, and I'm like, how about undershine? That works.
Yeah, I love that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, all three of these were tough listens, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
Yeah, so this one was like it was a tough listen. It was hard.
It was like he listened to Pike 190 and it was like, oh, that's way too tonal.
It's like
No.
Hold my Diet Coke.
Yeah, like hold my guitar because I don't want to play it anymore. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, it is an exercise in ambiance.
Yeah, and
It
you know
is
what?
more
I'm actually
ambiance.
gonna say Pike 191 right now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my very least favorite of all the Pikes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This so far this has been my least favorite. I hope it doesn't go any further down. I hope we're only looking up from here.
Yeah.
I
think we're
this album it was not good.
we're quite a ways away from
I love Buckethead.
more
but
Buckethead actual music.
I didn't like this album. I really hope this 31 Days of Halloween don't get worse.
Yeah, what you got for me?
What person is this the dick pic you accidentally send to?
So you're sending a dick pic accidentally.
You're sending a dick pic to someone you really don't want to. And this is the soundtrack to it. Who's that person?
Oh, your partner's father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
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 Oof. Pike 192. Speaking of oof.
Yeah. Speaking
I
of
like
oof.
this cover. This cover is cool.
Yeah, this cover's sick. It's
This
very
cover's
like,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. You got this.
Speaking of oof, Pike 192, 15 Days Till Halloween, Grotesques.
Yeah.
Released on October 17th, 2015, just one day after Cellar.
You know. Okay.
This is slightly better than the last two.
Yeah, it is slightly better. This got me thinking. Okay, so one of the things about the Halloween Pikes that I can say is like unironically cool is that the album art has been very good for all of these. Like really cool stuff. Like I really like and respect that album art, and it's so hey, at least there's that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
God, there's so much to not say about these albums.
Yeah.
Uh,
Totally.
I
love not saying things about these albums.
I just wish.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the 31 Days of Halloween.
Ooh.
Has been difficult for me. I'll say that.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking in terms of stories from your grocery store jobs, what difficult customer interaction is this album?
This is Tandoori Chicken guy.
Oh,
This
do
is
tell.
The fucking asshole from Whole Foods who used to like come in, and if there was like a scoop taken out of the tandoori chicken, or if it had been on the hot bar for more than like half an hour, he'd like demand we put a new one out there. And it got to the point where like we had to put together a team to tell him no, and he was the worst. But he's definitely Tandoori Chicken guy.
Wow, what a psycho. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I've dealt with some difficult people.
I bet.
People are hard
bet.
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean the Geek Squad it's a hard job, dude.
Hard knock life.
Hard knock life, indeed.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay. Also, okay. What dystopian future is this album?
That's a good question. What dystopian future is this album? This is
I think this is like credit card companies like own neighborhoods in cities, and so like you can only like shop at certain places for certain prices if you have a certain like credit line with a certain company, and like everything's like super broken up in the sense that like it's really more really more like corporations control everything more than, and that like changes certain laws about where you live and stuff.
You seem to be describing America.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess yeah. I'm just. Okay. I don't know if you've heard of it. The United States of America. Okay. I sorry. I you know.
Now, I think that because this is so sparse, I think it's more of like a desert wasteland post nuke, like a boy and his dog type.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great film, by the way. Love
that
film.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out again.
Not quite a Mad Max, not exciting at all, but like really understated, atmospheric post nuke stuff.
Sure.
Deserty.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's at least, hey, it's better than the last two. We'll give it that.
Mm-hmm.
Seal of embetterment. Ka-ching.
Yes,
I don't know why I made a cash register sound effect, but it did.
indeed.
Yeah, that's where we are with it. You know, it's we're at a weird place with Buckethead. We got to listen to a lot more of these albums, Britt. Steel
do.
yourself. Steel your resolve, because steel is strongest.
Steely is Danist, so say we all.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, Steely Dan Manowar crossover.
Yeah, Danowar, dog.
Danowar.
Hell yeah.
Danowar.
Yep, those were the Pikes this week.
All right, yeah, they were. They were the fucking Pikes this week.
Listen to those Pikes this week.
Anyways, hey. Britt.
Spenser.
Do you want to go on a journey? Let's go on a journey. Play the song. Play the song. Let's do it.
Where are we going?
Bucket Void.
Statements from the Bucket
Bucket Void. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're here. Oh my God. Statements from the Bucket Void. Dude, there's not a lot of statements from the Bucket Void, so we're going to do statements from everywhere Void, bro. Like, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to start things off with this weird comment I saw on a Stargate meme on Facebook.
Weird comments on Stargate? No way.
Yeah, so this dude, his name is Kyle Adams, and he wrote, I'm kind of stoned and also a little... Oh, sorry. I'm kind of stoned and also a little bit to a good bit sauced, and this is your warning to not waste the time reading whatever is about to fall out of my head. I saw the Stargate movie on one of those basic cable subscribers get access to the film and naughty channels for weekend things when I was a minor with my parents. Forgot about it because I was a kid and everything was boring then. I was slightly older, crashing with two of my successful brothers in their bachelor phases, popped in the first DVD that caught my eye. Stargate Children of the Gods played, and as soon as I saw the gate for the first time, my mind exploded because I've seen it. I didn't know when, how, where, but it was instantly familiar, and that's an aspect of the show I fucking love. Long stoner rant over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that in the wild. I thought it was cool.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That guy is pretty a Stargate fan.
Yeah, he is. So let's check in on Buckethead YouTube. This is the current state of Buckethead YouTube comments on the fucking Halloween Pikes.
Current state? This is 6 years ago, Spenser.
Yeah, exactly. These are the only comments on the Pikes we listened to today.
Do you want to take one and I'll take the other?
Sure. YouTube user Kirby Cohen says 6 years ago, moo.
And soon thereafter, 6 years ago, Greg quickly comes back and says, bah.
These were two separate comments. These were not like responses to each other.
Oh.
Yeah. It's rough out there. So we're going to go back to a funnier place on the internet.
Uh-huh.
That place is Single Biker Facebook.
Okay.
I went down there and I sourced some stuff today myself. I found this stuff in the wild.
Hopefully it's not entirely visual, because
it's not entirely visual.
That was some
Brit.
bad podcasting I had to take out.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll start things off with this man here.
We got Edward Wayne Swan. And this guy, he got 81 likes and loves.
Uh-huh.
No mads, no sads, no angries.
Yeah.
He's like, people liked this,
and
this picture and the sentiment.
He looks like Christopher Lloyd.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
but with like a big white beard and also like an oxygen hose.
Yeah, like, oh yeah. I didn't notice the oxygen hose. Oh wow, it's okay. And yeah, and big glasses too.
Yeah.
Wow. And what does he say, Spenser? What does he say?
His comment is simply, I just wanna fuck.
My name is Edward Wayne Swan, and I'm here to fuck.
So I came across this post today. This is a woman named Marie Glass, and she posted, Hey everyone, I'm old here and I'm old AF. Am I real or am I fake? And a bunch of laughing face emojis. And then it's a picture of her wearing scrubs and she's got like dark eye makeup around her eyes. Mm-hmm. And nothing really to report there. She looks pretty normal. But there's a lot of weird responses to her post.
Oh, okay.
So start things off with this gentleman here. And his name is
this guy. You know, he has a nickname like Peanut Head.
Yeah, it's P Metal. P Metal is his name.
P Metal Minister. No, but his nickname, what people actually call him.
Oh yeah, it's probably like Peanut or something.
Peanut Head.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got like a big beard, but it's like his beard is like kind of like brown and a little gray, but it's like white right underneath his nose, which is a really odd look. Do you think it's like that from eating pussy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, smoking probably mostly. But definitely, pussy, vaginal secretions will bleach your hair a little bit.
Yeah.
They're slightly basic.
Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Mm-hmm. But anyways, his comment is, only way to know taste. Taste is in all caps.
I don't like that.
Only way to know taste.
Only way to know,
I think he wants to taste.
I think that's what he's trying to get out, but it doesn't make any sense with how he worded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to work with his words and his communication.
Totally. Tony Garland says, look like you working at the Waffle House.
You know that gets him so hard to think about. You know he has Waffle House fantasies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just look at this dude. He's got that beard.
It's weird we haven't seen Waffle House porn yet.
Are you sure that doesn't exist? It probably exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a great one. Jimmy Shankles says, I'll eat that a few times and make you gush and squirr.
What do you mean that? Her face? She put up a picture of her face.
I know.
Squirr.
Squirr. So he censored the T in squirt, which I think is fun. So gush and squirr, and then like the T is like a star. He looks like a good old boy. Good old boy.
Yeah, he looks like a discount Larry the Cable Guy,
or like a really cheap Chris Farley. He has a similar build to Chris Farley. Like
Dollar General, fucking Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jimmy Shankles.
I know. It's a nice name. Cool. At least he's got that going for him. Rick Keaton says, yummy babe, hi from Spokane, Washington.
And he's holding up a can of Natural Light.
He is holding up a 16 ounce of Natural Light in his picture.
The gas station boner pill of beers.
How do you reckon?
Because weird people drink it before they fuck.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So David Anderson says, you may be thick in the head, but your body's perfect. And then
Why would he say that to? What does he mean thick in the head?
So she was saying in some of the comments that she was thick.
Oh.
And he took thick to mean thick in the head.
Interesting.
There's like a helicopter or something above us. Sorry about that for the recording.
No one cares.
But yeah, David Anderson looks like an old doctor or something.
Yeah. He looks like he's a fan of Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. He looks like a Buffett-pilled Richard Branson.
We call him Parrot-pilled.
Parrot-pilled Richard Branson.
Yeah. I feel like Richard Branson looks very Parrot-pilled.
Yeah, he's in that that Margaritaville state of mind for sure.
Yes.
What if we made a cover of Nas's New York state of mind, but Margaritaville state of mind?
I think
that would be a weird crossover.
That would be too weird. Yeah,
it's not too weird. It's good. It's good weird. I disagree.
No, he looks like a Margarita villain.
John Amick says, fat asses are the best.
It looks like he's like poorly cosplaying Fieldy.
Yeah, that is what he looks like. He has like a really long goatee and like like is shaved everywhere else. He's wearing like a bandana on his head.
Is that a tie-dye bandana?
Yeah, it is a tie-dye. Well, it's like it's like a paisley bandana actually. Looks like a
paisley tie-dye.
Paisley tie-dye bandana, yeah. And he's in a very dirty apartment. Like there's like all this shit on the ground over here.
Love it.
And it looks like a motel room actually.
It does.
And he's like, the way he's looking into the photo, it looks like he is fucked.
Yeah.
He is fucked up in this picture.
He's on something.
He is on something. He's either like fucking super drunk or like super. He looks at least something. He's on something. Yeah, for sure. He's all squinty eyed looking at the camera. But fat asses are the best. Words to live by.
I love a fat ass. I mean, they're not the best. Like I like a tiny ass too. Those are really fun.
So a girl. So there was another picture. I didn't actually screen cap this picture, but a girl posted a picture that had her feet in the picture, and so my feet boys be out here.
Oh, that's what the internet is for.
So
for feet.
this is Cum Corner this week.
Okay.
So.
Getting horny, massive boner, let's
get into a Cum Corner. Yeah, hell yeah. So this is Cum Corner for the week because I didn't screen cap the photo because I don't want feet boys up in my shit. So like we ain't showing the feet. Right. Just gonna tell you that now. No feet here. This is no feet zone.
The only feet we show prominently on this podcast
are my feet. This
when he sticks
my
them in the
feet
fucking
only.
Front of the camera.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do it. And it's okay.
Yeah. I'm
all right with that. But anyways, girl posts a pic, has her feet in it. Of course, we got the weirdos out. Neil Golly says, can I start with the toes? And then like a inquisitive emoji, and then like a smiling with hearts emoji, and a bunch of those, and then a lips emoji. And he looks like Jabba the Hutt.
He looks like, if the Jabba the Hutt was a retired truck driver. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some tremendous jowls. Look at those jowls. Oh, yeah, he's got so much neck
He's
skin.
incredibly jowly.
Oh, my God.
He's the jowliest,
he's
man.
He's got more skin on his neck than, like, Buffalo Bill does in his basement.
Wow.
Like, it's so much skin.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Look at that. Look at those jowls.
Dude, you could fucking drive a sailboat with those jowls. Just like put them up against the wind, stretch them out, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is so horny. Neil Golly's horny.
Yeah, he's horny as fuck. Yeah. So then we got a couple other weird boys here.
That dude ska as fuck.
Yeah. Wait, here it is. Oh yeah, here he goes. Here's our other toe boy. Michael Anderson says, "Very nice toes," and it's like toe apostrophe s.
Do you ever?
Just really good. And like, so this picture is amazing, right?
Yeah, like, so everyone on this website has the last name Anderson, and this guy is clearly on meth. There's like no doubt in my mind he's on anything but meth.
Yeah, so he's just like, so in this picture, he's wearing a beanie. He's got a goatee that's like a flavor saver, but it's like long and stringy. And he's got a couple like ear piercings.
He looks like a really aged version of the lead singer and guitarist from Godsmack.
Yeah, like Sully, that guy, but like Sully, old and like
super aged.
Yeah. He's all leathery.
Yeah,
he's got the leathery skin.
He looks like he's been doing drugs for a long time.
He does.
Hard drugs, long time.
Yeah. I mean, I could go either way with it. He either looks like a guy who did a bunch of hard drugs and now no longer does, or he looks like a guy who has done a lot of hard drugs and still doing a lot of them. But either way,
he's definitely done hard drugs before.
100,000%. Like this guy has gotten up to some shit and also gotten up to some toes, apparently. And this guy's great. This guy has an epic flavor saver. It's so tiny.
Oh my God,
I love it so much.
Tiny and thin.
So James Gilligan his name is James Gilligan. In the picture, he's wearing like a flames, like tribal flames bandana, and then he has a welding mask over it.
Oh yeah.
And then he has glasses, and he also has jowls, and he has the tiniest little flavor saver. It's just a little tiny strip underneath his lip.
I mean,
It's
more
so
than
small.
jowls, he has just like 2 enormous chins.
2 chins, yes. And he just says, I have an open back seat. And then his phone number, just straight up his phone number is
We
right
should give
there.
it a call. Maybe.
Do you want to call the phone number?
Yeah, we should call James Gilligan.
Well, maybe we could text it from our
That
Google
would be
Voice
amazing.
number.
That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Yeah. And just see what's up. Yeah. But anyways, that's a good one here. This guy just had a really good picture because he's got a 6 skullet and it rocks. He's like totally bald on top but has long hair.
Mm,
And it's like gray. He looks like a wizard. He's got a goatee.
yeah.
His name's Tim. And he's just stoked. He's such a fine looking lady. Hello from NMI. I am too old. EM too old. LOL.
Iam.
Yeah.
Iams, like the cat food.
Yeah. So
This guy rocks.
this guy does rock. So Clark Thompson.
The first normal looking person I'd say that we've seen.
Yeah. He's
looks-
sort of normal looking.
Mostly normal. His profile picture looks kind of
Yeah,
normal.
he's like laying on a really dirty couch in like what looks like another hotel room.
Uh-huh.
And like is like squinting at a flash. He looks very uncomfortable. And he he simply says, "You also have saggy baps."
Saggy Baps.
Saggy baps.
Saggy Bap time.
This is getting saggy, a Bapcast.
Yeah, do you think he wants a baptism?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Saggy baps.
Saggy baptism.
Saggy baptism.
Saggy baptism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a terrible band name. Never mind.
That's a local Alaska band name.
Saggy Baptism.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So we're gonna close things off with a statement from the Britain Void.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
No, I'm just making you think of
Okay,
it.
cool. just add it later. Okay, good. Which is Sunday. Saturday, April 3rd, 2021 at 7:28 p.m.
Mhm.
Texted me, Ray Romano's Macroeconomics Grill.
That's the rules.
Statements from the Bucketbois.
Holy guaco fucking moly.
Yeah, dude. We're all the way here.
We are. How did you make it here?
I have no idea how we made it all the way here. We've been podcasting for hours.
That's true. What do you got to recommend to me this week, Spencer?
That's a really good question. Does it have to be a thing we have to make an episode about?
No, because we still got album of the year next week.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. What do you got?
okay. Actually, I do have a recommendation. It's a heckin' video game,
Mm-hmm.
which is a tough thing to recommend to everybody, you know, especially based on the game that it is. But the game that I recommend is Doom from 2016.
Okay.
It is like the reboot of Doom / like Doom 4, whatever you want to call it. And that's a game that's been hyped up to me for a long time. I tried to play it a long time ago, but like didn't get into it. Came back to it recently and have been very into it. It is extremely good. It is so fun. It is so good. I mean, this game has been hyped up for a really long time. So like a lot of people have said more and better things about it than I need to hear. But suffice to say, it is fast and violent, and the music fucking rules.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you should play it if you think Doom is cool, because this is the coolest thing. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Doom rocks.
Doom fucking rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking play Doom.
Mhm.
It rules. And if you have a TV that supports HDR, it looks incredible. The HDR. Oh my
Shut
god.
the fuck up about HDR.
Dude, it looks so good.
That's going on the list with gibbets. You can't say that.
What?
Gibbets is on the list of things you can't say on this podcast.
What are gibbets?
the fucking things you put on Crocs?
I
I know. Do you not remember that? episode
No,
of
I
this
blocked
bullshit?
my brain. I
I
blocked
know,
that
it's
out
so-
of my
no, we
brain.
have to call them jibs because it's a gross word.
That's, I feel like I'm saying something that's gonna offend someone.
I know, right? I feel like we're gonna get ticked off the cut off from Twitch from fucking
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
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 Ugh. Blah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
None of that.
What do you got to recommend me?
I also have a video game.
Oh my God, we're such nerds.
Well, I never recommend video games.
You did like the last two times,
just
though.
one time.
Oh, whatever.
Just Diablo.
Okay.
But this is my brother is visiting, and he had a couch co-op game that he wanted to play called Overcooked.
Oh, I've played.
Overcooked's super fun.
Yeah, have you
There's
played?
2 of them.
Yeah.
We played both of them.
They're so fun.
Great
Dude.
series of games. Super stressful. I will say that. Kind of difficult to play high because you got to keep track of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
but it's really fun.
Oh, they're so fun.
Oh.
I played both of those, and some of the DLC for 2.
Yeah.
They're so fun, especially with bigger groups because you can go up to 4 players.
Oh yeah,
it's so fun.
And so basically, they're like kind of a cooking simulator-ish thing.
Yeah,
Not
it's
really
like working.
simulator.
Yeah, not really. It's just like it puts you in like weird cooking situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like cooking on like 2 trucks that are driving next to each other, and you can like,
or you're cooking in a place where there's an earthquake that keeps happening and splitting the restaurant in half.
yeah.
And you have to deal with that, and it's fun.
It's funny because like that's all oftentimes what working in food service was like is like there's always these weird problems that make things crazy, and you just have to like work around them.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you're playing that. That's super fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Sorry. Took over your recommend because I got
It's all
excited.
good. No, it's a good game. That's all.
It's
I
really
got.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Video games are tight. Play games.
They can be tight. Not always tight. Don't get sucked into video games and just do that. Do
Yeah,
other
totally. I
stuff.
mean, you got to have a balanced diet of consumption. You can't like just like food, right? You can't just eat one kind of food all the time.
No, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just play video games all the time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like don't do anything else.
Yeah. I just do quinoa and cocaine, baby.
Yeah.
All you need.
Quinoa, cocaine, video games.
Beautiful.
It is time for my favorite part of the show.
Oh, Bucket Joe.
Bucket jokes.
Bucket joke. Bucket joke. Bucket joke.
Bucket joke.
Hey, there's this thing where I just tell a joke. like comedians, and you know, there's only 2 types of comedians: recovering addicts and not recovering addicts. I met a girl on Tinder who was looking for friends with benefits, so now she's on my dental plan. Why are horse jockeys always in great shape?
I don't know.
Well, they're on a stable diet.
Wait, what? Did they eat with the horses?
Shut up. Don't question the joke. Don't think about it. Why wouldn't the cannibal eat the juggalo?
I don't know.
Well, it was in poor taste. I recently did a 23andMe and found out my bloodline traces back to mostly France and Britain, ironically enough. Spenser, on the other hand, can trace the bloodline all the way through his house because he doesn't wear a tampon.
Oh.
Yeah. What did one friend say to the other after he accidentally came on his foot during the bukkake instead of the girl?
I don't know.
He said, "Looks like we got off on the wrong foot."
I hate you.
Why did Nicole Brown break up with O.J. Simpson? Well, because he ghosted her.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Why won't Joe Rogan eat Crisco?
Why?
Because it's shortening. Why'd the wise guy take all of his boss's clean recyclables?
I don't know.
Well, because he was made an offer he couldn't refuse.
That one's hard. It's hard.
Why did the recovering alcoholic refuse to get vaccinated?
I don't know.
Because he heard it was free shots. Why did the IRS arrest the booby trap designer?
Oh no.
Well, because he only paid taxes on his net income. I think that joke's amazing.
That joke is amazing. Bravo, Britt. That's the joke of the day.
Edward Scissorhands has probably never won a game of Rochambeau.
No.
What do Michael Jackson's autopsy and struggling comedians have in common?
What?
Open mic night.
Oh, that one's really good. I love that one. Thank you. That was beautiful.
What? We're going to close on this one. How is having sex with Spenser like the Kyle Rittenhouse murders?
Oh, no. No.
Well, because he shoots 3 times in a few minutes, then goes home.
Whoa!
Bucket joke.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's got nothing to do with this.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. You know what I like to do? You know what's a fun thing to do?
What's that?
Is to take pictures of Yanni and then like put Bible verses over it.
That's sick as hell. Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a new Instagram page that's just that. It's just Yanni Bible verse.
Yeah.
But it's just going to say like uplifting Christian daily or something.
Wow.
But it's just going to be pictures of Yanni. It's a very niche
sick
joke.
as hell. No, that's rad.
I love it.
Have you seen Yanni? Because he like shaved the mustache. His eyebrows look thinner. He just doesn't look as cool.
He doesn't look as cool. The mustache was really iconic.
It
That was peak Yanni
dude, the
for
Yanni
me.
stash and like the pirate shirt, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. He's a modern day Buccaneer.
He's a modern day Yanni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking
love
of
him.
Yanni, I'm getting tired.
Well, you can dare to dream soon because
Oh,
we're ending the podcast
Wow.
soon, right now, actually.
Yeah,
Why
I wish
not?
I was dead at the Acropolis.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, say the thing.
Oh yeah, where can I find you, Spenser, on the internet?
Spenser.zone.
Sick. That's Spenser with 2 S's, no C's.
Yeah, what about you, Brit?
You can find me at Dog Vorbis. You can also hit us up at a Bucketcast.
Yeah.
And big shout out to our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for helping us make the show.
Hell yeah.
Dan Morrison, Dylan Vance, and Ian Killia. All in the $5 tier. If you want to be mentioned on the show, subscribe to our $5 tier. If you don't, you can subscribe to our $2 tier. We don't really care, but we really appreciate it. So we do care.
Yeah,
we actually do care.
Yeah, and we make weirder stuff. So
yeah, like the more money we get, the more we can like go off the fucking rails and make weird content for all y'all.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Totally. But yeah, you should do that. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And with that,
my name has been Britton.
Hey, and I'm Spenser. You've been listening to Gettin' Head, a Bucketcast.
Stay greasy, Bucketheads.
A namaste.